Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be rambling about NFC and AFC championship predictions. And I want to start this video out by saying, all four of these teams are incredibly talented, and they have enough talent on their rosters to take home the Lombardi. These predictions will lean towards how these teams have been playing during the playoffs, as well as regular NFL history. Let's start things off with the Bald Eagles versus the Commodores. And this is going to be an interesting game. Saquon Barkley is going to be Washington's biggest threat after Detroit's Jahmyr Gibbs ran all over their defense. And based off their most recent games, I think this game will most likely be a shootout. Washington's offense is not only one of the two teams in the regular season to put up 30 points on Philadelphia's defense, they are also playing their best football right now, with an unshakable rookie quarterback at the helm. Blitz him? He'll improvise long enough for your coverage to fall apart. Good coverage? He'll scramble. Got a spy? That leaves Austin Eckler wide open for a 30-yard gain. 4th and 3? They'll convert 90% of the time. One stop to end the game, Daniels is undefeated on game-winning drives. Our prediction, based off the way these teams have been playing recently, Jaden Daniels will pull off a last-second miracle to squeak out the win and become the first rookie quarterback to lead his team to the Super Bowl. And now for our next segment. How the fan bases might react if their team wins or loses.
So if this happens, if the Commanders win, can you imagine Philly fan? Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. They're going to come down and tear their city apart Viking style. Who knows? They might even come out on the field and go after, try to execute some of the players. They're something else. But if they win, Philly's going to wait until the Super Bowl. They'll celebrate a little bit, but you don't have to worry about them looting and rioting in their own city yet. Now, if the Commanders win, then there's going to be celebration in the DMV like we haven't seen since probably the 90s. People were already shooting off fireworks with a divisional win. So with a rookie quarterback taking their team to the Super Bowl, it'll be a celebration that won't be soon forgot.
Now for the game of the week, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. This game is going to be a nail-biter. Before we dive in, we'll cover some key players who were on injured reserve during their Week 11 matchup. For the Chiefs, they were missing Jalen Watson, Charles Omenihu, Isaiah Pacheco, and Hollywood Brown. Buffalo was without their linebacker Matt Milano, Keon Coleman, and Dalton Kincaid, which will likely lead to points being harder to come by in this game versus their Week 11 matchup, as Jalen Watson is a much better corner than Najee Johnson. And of course, who can forget Matt Milano's contributions to Buffalo's defense? Now guys, these are the best two teams in football. These two teams are so evenly matched. Kansas City has a better special teams unit. The Bills have a better offense, the Chiefs have a better defense. And if there is anyone who is well known for being able to slow down the greatest quarterbacks of all time, it's Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. And that Ravens tape is going to give him a lot of illustrations on how Buffalo's offense can be beaten or slowed down. And even if Josh Allen puts on his Superman cape and finds a way, the Bills can't count on Patrick Mahomes turning the ball over 3 times like Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews did. But they can count on Andy Reid to study the film from the divisional round and see how the Ravens offense was able to shred through Buffalo's defense when they weren't busy turning the ball over. Now, I envision both teams playing perfect games, and the Kansas City Chiefs, in the end, will win in some unconceivable way, the kind of mind-boggling way they've been winning games all year long, the type of wins that will leave people saying, Andy Reid is playing chess, not checkers. And if that happens, not just the Buffalo fans, not just Bills Mafia, but fans across the league could very well cry themselves to the point where they're dehydrated. And some of them, possibly Raider fans, might write Roger Goodell very strongly worded letters to rig the league so the Chiefs can't win anymore. Please. Our hearts can't take it.
And I know 31 teams and their fan bases, they're all desperate to see the Chiefs lose. In fact, so desperate to see the Chiefs lose that Saturday's divisional final with the Chiefs and the Texans was the most watched game on ESPN NFL game ever. But people are prone to making mistakes, just like we saw with the Texans, and especially when they're desperate. And that's how the Chiefs will keep on winning. I mean, look at the Raiders. Black Friday game, great example. They were so desperate to win, they made a huge mistake, and the Chiefs kept on winning. They had their Patrick rules. How'd those Patrick rules work out for you, Raiders? So how will NFL fans react? Chiefs win, especially in dramatic fashion. Well, we're going to have at least 2 weeks of grown men and women crying about how their team didn't win and blame it all on the refs. And the NFL fixed it, and if things go the way we expect, then we're going to see that society tear apart social media like Philly fans going to tear apart their own city.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for hearing us ramble.